that official Blizzard tweet? We got an official Blizzard tweet? Wow. We got an actual StarCraft tweet. Well, that's pretty sweet, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I like that. Get behind that one. What's up, Loco? How you doing, mate? Alright, guys. Welcome to our first best of one of the day. Again, these are tiebreakers. We're here to sort out who finishes in Group A and who moves forwards and who does not. And we start off with a TVZ. To the upper right-hand side, the red Terran player from Storm Gaming is GuMiho. And we are to the bottom side of the map, our pink Zerg player, it is soO. We're playing on Sky Garden, one of the larger maps, but we actually get kind of close cross spawns. We get kind of close cross spawns here, and it is indeed only one map being played. They got 5 maps to veto down from. Sky Garden was the one they chose to play, and of course after this again, soO versus herO, and herO versus GuMiho. And obviously we don't really love best of ones, etc., but it is because they've already played an entire group stage, and usually this would have been done at the end of the group, but just with the way it was going, it was already getting late, so we decided to reschedule it for before the quarterfinals, basically, so we could get set up over here. Gas pool coming down for soO in the early stages. That's after a hatchery, of course. Very standard stuff in the very kind of get-go here. Now, the winner of this doesn't necessarily advance through. The loser of this isn't necessarily out. It depends on the other results and the kind of tiebreakers, of course. So, it's not do or die necessarily completely, but it is sort of, you'd be better off doing well, you know? You win this, you win another, you get first place in the group. And actually, who you finish up, who you finish up against is kind of important as well. You finish first in this group, you get to play a Scarlet, which, okay, I'm not going to say a Scarlet's like, not going to be, Scarlet's not going to be easy, is what I'm trying to say. She's going to be a difficult opponent, but would you rather play a Scarlet or finish second place in the group and play Innovation? Just sort of thinking about that, I think I'd rather play Scarlet. Just on a GSL champion. He's just got a couple of things going for him, Innovation, right? So yeah, it's kind of a big deal, this matchup, because who this set of tiebreakers, because obviously we get to see who advances, but who advances where is going to be very important as well, as we do just set up into game number 1. And well, Bio play from GuMiho, setting up into the 2-1-1, setting up into Bio right from the get-go. So yeah, interesting stuff. This is a map we saw a little bit of mech on. It's a very large map, by the way, and so I'm not sure how well it's going to work for Bio. It might be kind of something that GuMiho sees he can kind of punish towards the later stages, I suppose. Kind of how far away the 4th base is going to be for the Zerg player, although he could take a 4th base on the gold, actually, which I don't think is going to be that bad. Get rid of these rocks, and once those rocks are down, access to the gold is given, and it's actually kind of set back away from the Terran player, who's going to be mostly looking to push probably up this direction, but you can't. It's very difficult to push through here, this choke point, because the Zerg, if it just sits in a concave, is obviously going to have a fairly good time against it. So we'll see how how this is going to go. Yeah, close spawns in terms of close by air is not disabled. We actually saw Innovation versus Snoot on close by air spawns the other day. If you guys want to go and check that game out, it's from Group C. It's in the VODs, obviously, and it was actually a very interesting game. Snoot wasn't very happy with it, but he actually put up a pretty good fight to the point where I thought he'd actually won it, but just couldn't quite close it out in the end. Anyways, from soO, it's a very standard build order to go up against the 2-1-1 free hatcheries. He's going into the evolution chamber, which will lead him into a carapace upgrade, so that his lings are just that little bit more effective against fighting marines, etc. Much important to have the carapace just because of the rate of fire of those marines and the fact that they're going to be stepping backwards and so on and so on. So it's a very standard way to go about things now. Get that carapace early, build into melee later. And then also it means that you can keep your carapace upgrades going, and it might lead you into potentially a faster ultra cavern, and the ultras will already have those fast carapace upgrades to work with. Alternatively, you can go melee after if you're not looking to really rush into ultras, then go in +2 carapace. It's not something you need right away. Did you see the first 2 medevacs just going to load up and going to start coming down to the south side map? So GuMiho coming down to the south here, looking to try and get his initial drop going. Throws down an armory behind this, which is obviously going to be indicating that he's going to be going for a very aggressive follow-up reactor, about to finish on the factory. And there we go. He's going to go for a big kind of 2-base all-in here with Hellbats and Marines. And so this is going to be obviously the initial aggression. Going to be poking forward, seeing what it can do. For GuMiho, more than so than ever, it's actually so important for him to just keep all of these units, or as many of these units alive as possible. We actually see one of the medevacs fall, and then, oh, he's going to lose the second one. I have to say, though, he has actually cleaned out quite a lot of Ling. As the scan comes down, he's going to push this back. And you see the Lings coming in again, and a little bit of back and forth. These Marines are going to start backing away. Okay, so GuMiho actually loses his medevacs, but he kills off quite a lot. Resources lost is just in favor of GuMiho, but that's the sort of situation where you maybe think is like, okay, what do I, where do I go from here? And maybe you get a little bit too happy just droning, because you know that you've killed the medevacs and you don't expect as much continued pressure. One more medevac comes to the south side right now, but it is only one. 2 more in production. More Hellions joining up in this position, which is on a watchtower as well, so GuMiho will see anything coming his way. Bane Nest is starting to come on up here, but you're really going to need that Bane Nest very, very soon here, soO, if you want to be able to make this work. Lings and Queens still just gathering up on the third base. Another couple of Hellions morphing into Hellbats here. Another scan comes down. Crew Tumors will get picked off once again. And again, Hellbats and Marines against currently no Banelings. What do you do about this? soO comes in with the Zerglings, but GuMiho is just going to be in way too good a position, and this follow-up attack is just going to catch soO completely unprepared. Again, just the Baneling Nest a little bit too late, maybe feeling just too good about having killed the first couple medevacs, and maybe that was part of the mind game here from GuMiho. It sounds silly, but again, like as soO, you kill those first 2 medevacs, do you really feel like you need the Banelings to actually survive the next medevac or 2 that comes along with just a few extra Marines? Well, probably not. But obviously, if it's this 2-base all-in, you kind of do. And that's where soO's going to fall apart here, really. You're going to see as some Lings pop out, they really won't stand much of a chance. Obviously, they do have like a +1 carapace upgrade, but it still isn't really going to matter. Queens are taking some damage over here. One more goes down, and those Marines starting to drop as well. But when soO's lost his 3rd hatchery... sorry, he didn't actually lose his 3rd hatchery. He's still alive. But when he's going to lose his Baneling Nest, he's going to lose the natural. And then, of course, GuMiho can work his way back towards the 3rd hatchery. Well, I mean, even with a good Baneling hit here, it's not really going to be able to do too much as soO will continue to stream units in. He has got a base coming up on the gold. GuMiho comes forwards, gets another Queen kill, more Hellions coming over, which will just be that extra little buffer once again against some of these Zerglings that keep on coming through. And again, eventually, I think this 3rd hatchery does fall. soO only able to make Lings and Queens right now. He's got no other production structure in the game. As we're going to be seeing again, Hellbats clean up a few more Zerglings. Queen or 2 going to keep on being pushed backwards here. Lings going to get themselves a surround on those Marines as well. A couple more Hellions morphing into Hellbats just on this ramp. And again, just going to be seeing these Hellbats continue to work their way through the Lings. I mean, soO might eventually push this back. The question is, though, even if he pushes this back, what's going to keep on coming from GuMiho? I mean, GuMiho, okay, he's built up into a 3rd base. GuMiho, he loves his mech. He's actually going to go for 2 more factories, and he's just going to start playing mech out of this. So GuMiho with a bit of a weird transition, but, well, I mean, it's GuMiho. Like, I can't be too weirded out by it, Can't be too weirded out by it as we set up into game number 1. Marines and Hellions, obviously morphing into Hellbats, those Hellions. Getting set to go again. The 3rd hatch did survive. The gold base is up from soO. I mean, he's got a couple of things to maybe help him, but again, he doesn't really have an army. And when you're down 30 army supply, that really is your major issue, as you're going to be seeing Hellbats, Marines pushing forwards once again. And this time I don't think there's a way to save that hatchery. Even if a transfuse available, there's just going to be so much firepower. The Hellions, or Hellbats once again, just roasting away at those Zerglings. There's the transfuse. It really doesn't buy even that much time. And now, it looks as though GuMiho are going to take the first game of this tiebreaker set. Again, GuMiho will go 1-0. And again, going 1-0 means you are not able to be eliminated. It could bring us around to another set of tiebreakers. If soO beat herO and herO beat GuMiho, then we replay the tiebreakers from fresh again. But at the same time, obviously, GuMiho now has a position to advance. We're going to go into herO versus soO. I don't think soO really understands what he just got himself into here. I don't think he really understands what he just put himself in for. As we do see, our biggest player is soO, to the lower left-hand side here, on the most crazy map we have. Thank you very much, by the way, Zaros12 coming in for the 2-month resub. Sorry, I got a little bit carried away getting this game set up. Can you see some love in the chat for our 2-month resub that came in during the break, guys? Thank you so much, Zaros12. Was there any message attached to that? Let me scroll up. No message. Thank you so much for the 2 months, though. Do appreciate it. Remember, if soO goes out here, if soO loses this game, he is out of the competition. To the bottom side, our blue cross player, opening with the double gateway, unsurprisingly, is herO. soO goes hatch gas pool, and obviously a lot of this will be about defending early. And if you don't know what this map is, well, gold base main, gold base natural, and over on the left hand side, I'm just going to be seeing the spawn pool finished up. Yeah, over on the left hand side, it's obviously the same. If you do mine out these gold minerals, you can then expand up here, and it does become a bit more of a normal game through the top side of the map. Like 1, 2, 3 bases actually look like a fairly standard macro focused free base. But obviously you have to go through the craziness early, as you're going to see another gateway coming down over here and a forge. And herO is going to be setting on up a pylon, getting built right now. So just push on further forwards. Obviously maybe he wants to set up a cannon or so. Stargate too. herO's just building everything as he won bases here. Got a probe on the low ground looking to fake a gold, but, well, link speed on the way up from soO, who's getting prepared to try and hold off whatever he can. He might need a spine crawler, honestly, to defend against this. We're going to see a cannon coming down as well towards the front. A couple of cannons coming down towards the front, and those queens firing away on one of those cannons. We're going to be seeing the links going forwards as well, and a couple of adepts do shade. One more cannon coming down, but it gets cancelled almost instantly. And we're going to see those queens. Well, they're over here, but the adept shade into the main. soO has got a lot of links. Spine crawler is now built, and he's beginning to realize that this is just going to have to be all-out defense mode as we set up into this. herO. Not sure what he's typing, maybe because he got his adept surrounded or something. Spine crawler is actually going to cancel. I mean, soO here does see all of these, this entire set of structures, right? The queens will be able to get onto that pylon. Is this going right for herO? Oh, it's not at all. soO defends it. GG. What a defense by soO. And just like that, soO. Even though I do nice and speedily as well. We just wanted to make sure that, especially for the Korean players, they're not going to end up playing too long. We'd rather start the round of 8 half an hour earlier than having players starting to play at midnight or something. So, with that said, we are set up into game number 1. To the bottom left hand side, our red Terran player. Give it up, guys, if you're going to be cheering on Sidestone Gaming's GuMiho. He wins this, and he is going to be in the first place finishing spot, and he will knock out the blue Protoss player to the top right hand side from Root Gaming. It's herO. So if herO wins this, we are into another set of tiebreakers once again. Be interesting to see how that goes as we set up into this. A couple more pros just coming on over and getting ready to mine some gases. It's actually going to be a one base play here apparently from herO, setting up his double gas, getting ready to get that going for himself. So double gas coming down, the gateway coming down too, and this probe going to start moving out into the center of the map. So probe coming through into the center, cyber core dropping down from herO as well. GuMiho just opens with that Reaper. Nothing crazy here. Again, a best of 1 situation which could have set GuMiho into the round of 8, the quarterfinals. All these players so far guaranteed $50 for finishing third in their group, but obviously they've got so much more to play for. You know, you get into the round of 8 already, you've doubled that money to $100. You win your round of 8 and boom, you have $300 guaranteed, with a chance to play for $500 if you lose in the round of 4 and get to third place. Of course, if you hit the finals, you're guaranteed $750 and $50 more for every map you win in the finals. Plus, of course, the fact that you can win $1,000 baseline plus the $50 per map if you do win the grand finals. So a lot on the line here for just the single best of 1. And obviously, we wouldn't usually base tournaments off of best of 1s, but this is tiebreakers. These guys have already played a bunch of maps against each other, and right now it's about figuring out who really is the best of them. As we set on up, keep this going. You see there's a Adept coming in, and he's going to be pushing back that Reaper down the right hand side. So Reaper again pushed away down the right hand side here. It does Adept does shade on top, and the Reaper does go down. Stargate finishing up from here over to the left hand side as well. I'm just going to be seeing the Oracle on the way out against what's a couple of Marines and a Cyclone for now. No Starport just yet from GuMiho. He's about to put that down though. But again, proxy Oracle off of one base initially. And GuMiho, by the way, did scout the late Nexus. Okay, so he did scout the late Nexus, so he should have a pretty good idea. Currently not really building up too much against it, though. As this Oracle is about to fly in, right? This Oracle's still on the way, sorry. It's hitting the reduction tab. Well, one Marine's going to go down. Cyclone comes out now. A second Cyclone on the way. He'll push the Cyclone force to try and get rid of the Adept. But he has to be so careful, because if he loses the Cyclone to the Oracle, this would not be good at all. Does GuMiho know what this is? I kind of feel like he might not exactly know what this is. Two more Marines just going to try and do damage to the Oracle, because we got to try and do something. Is this Oracle going to get to work? The SCVs actually saved the day against the Adept here. There's a Cyclone on the way back into the main base, but this Oracle going huge. 10 workers killed. And already herO starting to run away a little bit with this in the early game. Oracle pushed away by the Cyclone, but obviously the follow-up is going to be very painful, because there's going to be another Oracle, although double Cyclone now. And they're going to come down towards the natural, try and see where that Oracle comes in from, but the Oracle going to loop around, and they're going to be able to come in towards the main base. Both Oracles are actually going to see the Marines once again are under fire. He gets some good damage done kiting away. He's actually trying to get rid of that Oracle, which is kind of low on health. Now locks on herO. Going to be pushed back a scan as well. GuMiho confident he can get the kill, and he does. So something going his way at least. One Oracle still alive, and a Phoenix now having been made. Liberate on the way up from GuMiho, looking to try and harass and do some damage himself, but again, definitely has fallen behind here. 12 workers behind. I wonder if he can get a bit of a frontal push going, because he is in this position where he does have the Cyclones. I guess the biggest issue for him is the kind of fact that as this Oracle comes in, force some SCVs off the line, kills one. Not too bad, actually, overall. Oh, uses the mule! That's so smart. Uses the mule to give him the extra vision to the top side to get that Oracle kill. That's really nice by GuMiho. Really nice, like that. Alright, where's the Phoenix? Over to the left-hand side? Okay, so there's a chance this Liberator does a little bit of damage here. A few workers would just be a nice little something to help him out. Okay, he's going to force some lost mining time. That'll be about it, though. Obviously, with the Phoenix here, he's not really going to be able to do too much more, so he may as well just sit in position to deny mining time a little bit longer. Not the best situation, though. Two Cyclones drop one down from GuMiho from the medevac. And you'll see 5 more gates on the way up from herO, just obviously saying, hey, you know what, I know you've not had the best early game, I know I've set you behind, so 5 more gates with Glaives, Mass Adept all in, let's go. 8 Adepts going to be warping in at a time. No Robo facility, so there's not going to be an option to go for a Warp Prism here. GuMiho's setting up, though. I mean, he's got, what, 1 Siege Tank in a medevac already, another, well, Viking about to pop. Cyclone's going to lock onto a Phoenix, which got hit by the Widow Mine. It goes very low. As he pushes forwards, he finds the pylon. So now he knows that maybe herO's going to try and get aggressive. And you know what? With 2 tanks going to be out, I kind of don't mind this for GuMiho. The only issue is he sort of needs to get a wall off up if he's going to actually be able to fight against Adepts. Has to be so careful with these Cyclones, because if those Phoenix come in and lift the Cyclones up, that would be a massive issue. Bunker coming down next to the Siege Tank. Is it in time, though? Glaives is about to finish. It's going to be a slow warping of Adepts here, though. So he might just get this bunker to finish. Again, no full wall off at the front will allow herO to just run straight on in here. Obviously, the Phoenix, one of the things they can do is definitely come on in with the lifts, and they're going to be able to target down or lift up those Siege Tanks. And that's going to be a major part of this, I feel. As here we go, Adept shading forward, Cyclones are going to pull back. Ooh, the Adepts don't really shade into the best possible position, I would say. As we're going to see that tank on the high ground as well, going to be very powerfully positioned. That bunker currently being repaired with some Marines inside. The tank drops back down. I kind of feel as though this is GuMiho starting to defend, because the Siege Tanks both survive. That is a defense out of GuMiho, almost definitely here. Look at all those Adepts dropping. Only 2 workers killed. Yeah, GuMiho's defended against herO's follow-up. herO did do a lot of damage early on, but now he's warping in Stalkers against what? I mean, he's warping in Stalkers against something he literally has not got an upgrade for Stalkers. Pure Stalker against tanks is not going to go well. Obviously, over time here, more tanks are popping out, and GuMiho's position becomes more and more playable. As Adept's going to try and shade forwards. I mean, there's multiple tanks here, though. Stalkers, the bunker. There's no way, there's no realistic way that herO can win this, surely. +1 gets cancelled, and the Stalkers will get rid of the Engineering Bay. GuMiho definitely making this defense happen. Widow Mine goes off, gets a Stalker kill. Again, no blink available. That's why this kind of warping of Stalkers is a bit of a desperation move. He starts up blinking a Forge now, but can herO defend a counterattack? If GuMiho goes across the map, can herO defend it? Does he have enough to shut that sort of play down? I really don't think he does. I really don't think he does. I mean, we're going to be talking about him trying to defend with Stalkers and like a little bit of blink, etc. No way. A few sentries on the way up here from herO. And they're going to be finishing in a moment or so. Mine goes off, blows up that Phoenix. It's going to be seeing the bunker. It's going to finish as well. Another tank on siege. And I mean, again, this is going to be such a powerful push forwards if GuMiho goes for the push forwards. Gotta remember, he doesn't have stim or anything just yet as herO goes into this third base. And pushes and he sees a lot more units. I mean, again, herO third base, but you know, Blink on the way up, Forge as well. I mean, he's just going into the next stage while warping in gateway units to keep GuMiho pinned back. The Depths are going to threaten to shade forwards here once again. There's quite a lot of them. They're not going to go towards the siege tanks though, so there's no way they actually commit to this. They're just having a look around to see what is happening. A few more Depths warp in, a robot facility now on the way as well. Remember, these warp-ins are all very slow. Even the Mothership Core, by the way, over here. Maybe to recall the army if there is kind of a drop that goes across the map or something. Marines again just going to move forwards. Sees the army moving forwards as well. He has to be careful now because Blink's about to come in play. This time maybe we do see this commitment onto the tanks potentially with the Blink available as well, but then he would be taking a lot of damage in the process. Marines actually going to lift up and go to the other side. However, it still means that these Stalkers could blink over on top of the tanks in that case. Maybe again that's why we see this kind of oh well, the Vikings over here I think trying to harass, get taken down. Now herO is going to see these Marines dropping on towards this pile on this proxy Stargate. Surely he knows this is perhaps an opportunity for him to get something done. He's actually going to go for a push in towards the main. Combat shield, concussive shells and stim over here. Ooh, blinks away from that, realizes the tanks are maybe in too good a position. And what's herO's play? Stim pack and combat shields on the way from GuMiho. If he gets up to those, I really don't know what herO does then. +1's already finished. We're actually going to see a recall back home. Surely he doesn't let those Depths finish even. Nope. Medevac's going to come back home from GuMiho. So he has stopped herO from being aggressive here. Does GuMiho get aggressive himself? I think with the stim pack and combat shields he definitely does, right? There's so many tanks here for him to utilize as well. There's no way he doesn't try to push across the map. I mean, it's just going to be so good a situation for him if he can get across here, because again, I mean, I guess the situation for herO is brightening. He's getting into a better spot where he has those upgrades. You know, he's going to have, you know, Blink and Glaives. He's going to have a lot of gateway units. Warpism heading towards the main. GuMiho actually looking to send reinforcements across the map. He's on one base, by the way, GuMiho, two bases, by the way, GuMiho, no third, which is obviously kind of expected to some extent for the way this has gone. Tank's going to begin to siege. I think just a slow down play from herO here, as we do see the Warpism in the natural. But plenty of units actually over here to help defend this. And this Warpism is not really going to be able to do much. It gets a worker kill or two, not bad, and of course it keeps the units at home as well. As you're going to see continue to push forwards, GuMiho. If he gets between the third and the natural though, what happens then for herO? If he sieges up here, what happens then? Adept's going to shade forwards, and this is going to be a big shot on the tanks initially. Again, the fact that the stim pack and combat shields here, I just don't think it happens. Tanks target down the sentries with the Guardian shields, and they continue to work their way through this. As the Mothership Core going to go down, and now there's no overcharge for defense. And again, those tanks just pushing forwards once more. Going to siege up again, and as these Marines going to see what else they can do. Depths looking around, we're going to see another stim. Well, reinforcements actually just arriving from GuMiho, and what a time for them to arrive. herO just doesn't have a way to do this, and he really thought he did enough with the initial Oracle to kill GuMiho with that aggressive follow-up, but it's just not going to be the case here. Now moving in towards the natural expansion. We're going to see this robot facility going down for the Immortal inside, and probes are being pulled in. GuMiho is going to finish first place in this group to play Scarlet. soO will finish second place in this group to play Innovation.